once again, this is Falcon Air, Captain T with you for today's flight from Chico to Truckee. Chico to Truckee. Chico is Kilo Charlie India Charlie. Truckee is Kilo Tango Romeo Kilo. So this is going to be probably like 50 minutes flight time. But we have to prepare for this flight, right? When I look outside, I can see a few scattered broken clouds. I basically want to decide if I'm going to do a VFR or IFR. So help me decide. Okay, help me decide now. Let's go in for some weather forecast. Weather briefing, and then after we get the weather briefing, we'll decide whether we want to do VFR or IFR. Okay. So we want a weather briefing based on the meter current weather conditions.
Here's
so let's
a professional and detailed weather summary incorporating the information from the provided METARs. Northern California and Western Nevada. Winds are generally from the south and southwest, with sustained speeds ranging from 7 to 16 knots. Gusts are particularly strong in the Chico, KCIC, and Oroville, Cove areas, reaching up to 24 and 22 knots respectively. Visibility is excellent overall at 10 statute miles. Cloud cover varies across the region. Chico, KCIC, and Oroville, Cove enjoy good VFR conditions with few clouds at 4,500 feet and scattered clouds at 9,000 feet. Chico. Oroville also has a broken ceiling at 5,500 feet. Conditions are slightly more restricted in Grass Valley, KGOO, and Emigrant Gap, KBLU, where skies are broken at 2,600 and 3,100 feet respectively, with overcast conditions at 5,500 and 5,000 feet. Carson City, KCXP, also has an overcast ceiling at 7,000 feet. RENO, STED, KRTS, reports the best conditions of the listed locations with clear skies. Temperatures range from 2 degrees Celsius at Emigrant Gap, KBLU, to 16 degrees Celsius at Oroville, Cove. Dew points are below freezing in several locations, indicating dry air and a lower likelihood of fog or significant icing. Altimeter settings are around either 30.00 inches of mercury or slightly below. Pilots should calibrate their altimeters according to the most recent readings in their specific location. Important notes: gusty winds are the primary concern in the Chico and Oroville regions. Pilots should be prepared for potential turbulence during takeoff, landing, and low-level maneuvers. Be aware of varying cloud ceilings. While many areas offer good VFR conditions, pilots around Grass Valley and Emigrant Gap need to be mindful of lower ceilings that might necessitate adjustments to flight plans. While freezing temperatures are not widespread, pilots in Emigrant Gap, Truckee, KTRK, and other higher elevation locations should consider the possibility of localized icing, especially given cloud cover. Remember, weather conditions can change, so always consult the latest official forecasts and METARs before and during your flight.
Okay, so whilst I was listening to the weather briefing, also checking it out on aviation weather, and if I heard everything correctly, I think that it's possible to do VFR, but it's not advisable. It's not really advisable because we might run into some conditions. I think there are some overcast clouds at some locations. Chico is, let me see. Where is Sky Vector? Okay, let's look at elevation of Chico. Yes, Chico. You see, Chico is about 240 feet, right? Yeah. So this, compared to Truckee has an elevation of 5,000, right? 5,900, almost 6,000 feet. So here, with overcast clouds, like there are some mountains here that are like 8,000 feet. Okay. So if I'm to do VFR, I might run into some issues because there's going to be overcast clouds along the route, and I need to get to 12,000 feet, which means that I will have to go through overcast clouds, most likely, or descend through overcast clouds for landing. So I think my ideal flight plan should be IFR. But let's listen to some more information on the TAFs, and then we'll look at AMET and SIGMET. Then we can get started with our flight.
Absolutely. Here's a professional, detailed weather summary for the specified locations. Carson City, Nevada, KCXP. Expect sustained winds from the south-southwest, 200 degrees, at 14 knots, potentially gusting to 24 knots initially. Visibility will be excellent at greater than 6 statute miles with scattered clouds at 5,000 feet. Be aware of wind shear from the west-southwest, 250 degrees, at 40 knots from the surface up to 2,000 feet. Later, the wind shifts west-southwest, 240 degrees, at 10 knots, gusting to 22 knots. Visibility remains good, and while a few clouds will be present at 5,000 feet, the ceiling will be overcast at 13,000 feet. From early morning onward, winds will become variable at 5 knots. Visibility remains excellent, and you'll still see a few clouds at 5,000 feet with an overcast ceiling at 13,000 feet. Later in the day, expect winds from the east, 090 degree, at 5 knots. Visibility stays good with showers in the vicinity. The cloud ceiling will be broken at 2,500 and overcast at 13,000 feet. RENO, Tahoe International, NV, KRNO. Initially, winds are from the south-southwest, 200 degrees, at 16 knots, gusting to 26 knots. Visibility remains greater than 6 statute miles, with scattered clouds at both 5,000 feet and 12,000 feet. Winds will shift from the west, 270 degrees, at around 10 knots. Visibility will continue to be good. A few clouds will linger at 5,000 feet, but a mostly overcast ceiling develops at 15,000 feet. Early morning onward, expect variable winds at 5 knots. Visibility remains strong with a few clouds at 5,000 feet and an overcast ceiling at 15,000 feet. Later in the day, winds remain variable at 5 knots.
Yeah, this is just a short flight, so I don't need
showers in the area.
I need just 30
The
minutes.
ceiling will have breaks at 2,500 feet with a
All this
higher
information I
overcast
don't need.
layer at 15,000 feet. Truckee Tahoe, CA, KTRK. Winds start from the southwest, 220 degrees, at 14 knots, gusting up to 24 knots.
Wow.
Visibility will be greater than 6 statute miles with showers in the vicinity. Clouds will be scattered at both 3,500 and 10,000 feet. Later in the evening, winds weaken and shift south-southwest, 200 degrees, at 5 knots. Visibility remains strong, with a few clouds at 4,000 and an overcast ceiling at 6,000 feet. From early morning, the wind will be variable at around 3 knots. Visibility remains good and clouds will decrease to a few at 2,500 feet, but an overcast ceiling persists at 5,000 feet. By midday, winds remain variable but increase slightly to 4 knots. Visibility stays good, with showers in the vicinity. The ceiling will be overcast at 2,500 feet. Important note, this is a summarized forecast. For the most accurate and up-to-date information, refer to official weather sources and any other sections of your flight briefing.
So yeah, I think okay, I think it's just risky to do VFR, mainly because of cloud coverage and the mountains. And when we let's listen to our AMET segment, and we can get started with our flight.
Here's a detailed professional summary of the weather conditions based on the AIRMET, TAF, and other information provided. I've focused on regions where significant hazards for flight operations exist. Mountain obscuration. California, Oregon. Mountains in these regions will be obscured by clouds, precipitation, and/or mist. This presents reduced visibility for visual flight and potential hazards for flights navigating through mountainous terrain. Conditions continue into the early morning. Icing. California, Oregon, Washington, including coastal waters, Nevada, portions. Moderate icing is expected between the freezing level and flight level 180, approximately 18,000 feet. The freezing level varies across these regions, and in some areas, multiple freezing levels exist. This presents a significant hazard for aircraft, as ice accumulation can lead to increased weight, altered aerodynamics, and potential loss of control. Conditions in Nevada are expected to develop after midnight EDT and continue into the early morning. Freezing level. The freezing level varies significantly across California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, Arizona, and New Mexico. Refer to the specific airmets and forecasts for accurate freezing level information in your flight path. Icing is likely in areas where temperatures are at or below the freezing level. Turbulence, low and high altitude. Arizona, California, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Oregon, Utah, Washington, Wyoming, including some coastal waters. Moderate turbulence is expected below 16,000 feet. Plan for bumpy conditions during takeoff, landing, and en route at lower altitudes. California, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, and some coastal waters. Moderate turbulence is expected between flight levels 240 and 390, approximately 24,000 to 39,000 feet. Expect rough conditions for aircraft cruising at higher altitudes. Important.
Okay, so I think this briefing is really good. We know exactly what to expect en route. So I've decided to do IFR instead of a VFR flight. So let's get started. We're going to fire up these engines. So let's get started with that. Okay. Alright. So we're just gonna turn everything on except our landing light and strobe light. That's all I do. No stress. And F12 to reset, calibrate, F12 to calibrate, and then we turn on an engine here. Engine fired on. Let's put in our flight plan. Should be fast. Right, and then we will need to turn on the solely parking brake remaining. Awesome. Let me turn on my taxi chart here. My iPad. And let's go to the map. This is 119675.
Dash 0 feet. Scattered at 90000 feet. Temperature 15. Dew point 4. Altimeter tree 006. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading altitude and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor. Chico Municipal Airport information Victor. 195 Tree Zulu. Wind 160 at 15. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 4500 feet. Scattered at 90000 feet. Temperature 15.
Oh wait, Chico, what? How?
Altimeter tree
I thought Chico
006.
is a
Visual approaches in use.
class Golf airspace. Let me see.
Course heading altitude and if flight
Oh,
following
Chico is
requested.
Delta.
All
Ah,
runway
okay.
and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor.
That information Victor. All right, so we have to tune into ground then.
Victor.
121.9.
Wind 160 at 15. Visibility 10. Sky conditions.
Good day, Chico ground clearance. This is Falcon 9 Romeo Golf requesting IFR clearance to Truckee. I even forgot the information that we had. No, have information Victor. Falcon and Romeo Golf. I think it was information Victor.
Albuquerque ground United 212, ready for taxi at gate 87.
Departure, bearing 582 Golf, direct visa 4,500.
Good day, clearance. This is Falcon 9 Romeo Golf with information Victor. Requesting IFR clearance to Truckee. I'm expecting 10,500, I believe, or 12,000. So let's set our altitude. Make sure our flaps. Also set. It's a good thing we know exactly what to expect in terms of weather, and I love it like that. You know, this is what I expect. This is what I expect to see, and then I see it on my way. I love it like that. Is ATC going to get back to me, or they're still looking for my flight plan? Good day, clearance. This Falcon 9 Romeo Golf requesting clearance to Truckee with information Victor. And for those who care to know, I'm using Sayintentions, which is amazing. I really love it. I'm using Sayintentions. I don't remember the last time I used VATSIM. Ever since I started using Sayintentions.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, good day. If you're ready to copy I, have your VFR departure instructions. Advise when ready.
I'm ready to copy, but I'm filing for IFR. It looks like I can do VFR, but I think, you know, I want to simulate, real weather, real life conditions, and I don't think that is advisable to do the VFR.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf cleared to Truckee Tahoe Airport. Radar vector Cygnet, Venice filed. Climb and maintain 10,500. Departure on 125.25. Squawk 4212. Expect runway 13 right for departure.
Squawk 4212. Expect 13 right for departure. Cleared via the signal. Will climb and maintain 12,500. Departure is 125.25. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Thank you. Okay, it looks like we're going to cruise at 12,500, which is still okay. That is in. I haven't been given initial altitude, so that's fine. It says that we should expect runway 1.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, read that correct. Expect runway 13 right. Report ready for pushback.
We'd expect 13 right and report when we are ready for pushback. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Okay, so let's put in our departure, and it says that we are departing 13 right. Where's 13 right? There you go. And I can load it to my system. Okay. I think that we are ready for pushback. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, I'm ready for pushback. We can release our parking brakes now. Invincible pushback cut.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, pushback approved. Expect runway 13 right for departure. Advise when ready to taxi.
Pushback approved. We advise when ready to taxi. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. And pushing back, there's a plane right behind me. So I'm gonna ask this guy to stop right here. Alright, our flaps are down. I can clearly see that the guy is out of my way. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, I'm ready to taxi to runway 13 right.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, taxi to runway 13 right via Alpha, hold short of runway 13 right.
Taxi to runway 13 right via Alpha Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Now the thing is runway 13 right. It's a very short runway. It looks like it's a 3,000 feet runway. It's a short runway compared to 31 and 13 left. So let's see how that goes. Because I think I just have to make a right turn.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
I actually forgot that I was using Onair. I would have been so mad if this didn't record. So it's actually this is actually a flight. I think I'm returning some goods to Truckee. I have to make a left turn, right? Yeah, I have to make a left turn. Yeah. So I'm returning some goods to Truckee, and I didn't click start tracking. I'd have been so furious if I completed the flight and it didn't record it for me. It's nothing more frustrating, especially when you land and the sim crashes. Happened to me before. It's like, God. Let's ask. This Falcon 9 Romeo Golf requesting to cross runway 31 right. So we just want to cross this runway, so I just request ATC to give me clearance.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, cross runway 31 right, report clear of the runway.
Crossing 31 right, Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Let's go and then we'll report when clear. I'm pretty sure very soon, in the next few months, there'll be traffic injection, which will be amazing.
Romeo Golf, cross runway 31 right, report clear of the runway.
We'll report when cleared of the runway, crossing 31 right now, Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. I'll be very happy to see the traffic injection. That way you can see aircraft moving according to flight plan, and basically you see that aircraft being controlled
Falcon
by
9 Romeo Golf, roger, report when clear of runway 31 right.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, I'm cleared of runway 31. Right, so this is runway 31 right. Let me now turn on my strobe and then my landing light, which I think does my landing light right there. Okay, so at this point I need to contact my tower. Wait, there's no tower. Yeah, 121.0. So we have 121.0 tower, and then after tower we have to contact departure, right? But this I have to contact center. It says departure is 125.25. Right, so I'm going to dial that in. Alright, so that is on standby. Good day, Chico Tower, Falcon 9 Romeo Golf is holding short runway 13 right, ready for takeoff.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf Chico Tower winds 139er at 19er runway, 1 tree right cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. So we have been cleared for takeoff, so let's get rolling. This is a very short runway, right? So gotta be very careful. I need to take off.
United 510, contact ground on 121.9er.
What's happening to the plane? We gotta take off at I think 100 knots. Our power is 100%. It's 9. So we can lift off now.
Airborne time log.
Good day, Center. This is Falcon 9 Romeo Golf with you at 700 climbing for 12,500. Keep our eyes on the instrument, make sure everything is going well. Fly heading 114, vectors to signal, then no navigation, Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Something is happening to the voice. It's not reading it well. The audio is not coming through. I can see it in text. Fly ahead in 114, Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. That's what we want us to do. Good day, Center. This is Falcon 9 Romeo Golf with you at 5,000, climbing for 12,500. All right, we are approaching Alva now. Alva is our next waypoint. Let me zoom this thing in so you can see.
And maintain 10,000.
Climbing to 10,000, November 672 Bravo Charlie.
Twin Star Golf Papa Delta contact. Scottish control on 135.53. Bonanza 1, 2 Tree Mike Charlie, Albuquerque Center, contact Phoenix approach on
Yeah, there's been turbulence throughout the flight. As we heard from the briefing, it's been like not crazy, but I'll say like low to medium turbulence. If you get to know, I'm using the HF8, the haptic, I don't know what to call it. But I feel the turbulence whenever it's happening in the scene. It can be uncomfortable, especially when it's too much. I rarely have smooth flights in this mountainous areas, so we just turned on our, and our next turn will be on Awega.
Falcon
And
9
that-
Romeo Golf Oakland Center, contact NorCal approach on 126.3.
126.3 Falcon and Romeo Golf. I feel like this is wrong because alright, 126.3, let's see. Knuckle approach. This Falcon 9 Romeo Golf with you at 10,000 feet. You see how you're close to the mountains?
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf NorCal approach, roger.
You have to transfer me to tower very soon. And our next right turn should get us to point towards the airport at Truckee. Next waypoint is Austin.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf NorCal approach, contact Truckee Tower on 120.575.
120.575 Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Good day, Tower. This Falcon 9 Romeo Golf with you at 10,000 are coming in for runway 20 via the RNAV. I say our next waypoint we should be at 10,000 feet, which we already are.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf Vision Jet Truckee Tower. You are cleared for the RNAV approach to runway 20. Descend and maintain 10,000 until established on the final approach course.
Maintaining 10,000 until established on final approach course. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Now, see what I was saying? You have all these clouds and you're doing VFR, you have to go right through them. So there was no point in doing the VFR. So I'm glad I made this choice. Let me put a chart up for you guys to see. Okay, since Zilto we should be at 8,900. So let's start descending to 8,900. What signal am I getting? Alright, so buffs we should be at 7,700. Now we are running late. Alright, taking over. It seems we're going to be too high for this approach. I can't even see anything. Most likely I might have to go around. So visibility is bad. So it's a Yonku, I should be at 7,200. Alright, so let's 7,200. And then now I should be at
824 Foxtrot Delta, enter right downwind runway 15, report 3 mile final. Right downwind runway 15 will report 3 mile final, Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, wind 210 at 18, runway 20 clear to land.
clear to land, Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. You know, I still can't find the airport. And this is not fun. I've gone past it. Alright? So I missed approach. Yeah. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf is going missed. Oh, that's the airport. I thought I went past it already.
When able, fly heading 020 to intercept the RNAV runway 20 approach course. Report established.
Alright, executing a missed approach. Would report when established on the RNAV again. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. What's going on here? Why is the camera angle changing on me? Alright, so since we have to... What's going on here? I nearly flipped the plane. Come on. Yo, the weather is bad. Bad, bad, bad. So I think the other thing too is my approach speed was not good. I was also too fast. I want to try and join at Numbo.
Delta Bravo winds 220 at 20. Runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff. Citation 433 Mike Whiskey, proceed direct to the ILS approach, runway 27. Proceeding direct to the ILS approach, runway 27, citation 433 Mike Whiskey.
Bonanza Tree Mike Charlie, contact ground on 124.4.
Going to 124.4. Bonanza 3 Mike Charlie, thank you.
Trying to maintain approach speed of like 100 knots or 110 because I can't see anything.
JetBlue 809, contact ground on 121.9er.
Bonanza 64 Foxtrot Alpha 2, cleared for takeoff, runway tree 2. Cleared for takeoff, runway tree 2, Bonanza 64 Foxtrot Alpha 2.
Delta Mike Alpha Lima Kilo am Parkplatz der Allgemeinen Luftfahrt eine VL3 VFR nach Augsburg über November ein. Bitte rollen. JetBlue 809. Augsburg Tower, Delta Mike Alpha Lima Kilo.
station broken. Could you please give me the position?
Trying to find the airport.
The instrument station is operational. You are currently 9 miles east of W. Roclaw, bearing 279er.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf is established on the RNR to runway 20. The winds are crazy, man. This is a highly unstabilized approach, I'm telling you. Where the heck is the airport?
Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta cleared for immediate takeoff, runway tree tree. Cleared for immediate takeoff, runway tree tree, Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta. Skyhawk 505 Alpha Mike cleared for touch and go, runway 27 traffic departing ahead. Cleared for touch and go, runway 27 Skyhawk 505 Alpha Mike.
Hey Tower, Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, am I clear to land? Runway 20. I can't even find the airport. The runway. Look at the runway. Damn. Guy, it's too high. Oh, it's not a runway. Yeah.
Romeo Golf affirmative cleared to land runway 20. Wind 206 at 19er. Report runway in sight.
I will report when runway is in sight. I actually missed the runway again. And the freaking airport is hiding in the smoke. Where is it? God.
High Asia Tree 440, winds calm. Runway tree 6, cleared for takeoff. With 2728, contact departure on 123.75.
Augsburg 5, Delta Mike Alpha Lima Kilo am Haltepunkt der Piste
All right. You know what? You know what the heck is going on?
2,500 feet, fly heading 246, and expect our nav runway 17, approaching Shoulder Grove, QNH 9739. Take on runway 36, QNH 3440.
Struggling with this approach.
4 Foxtrot Delta, reduce speed to 160 knots, traffic on final. Slowing to 160 knots, Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta.
Yo, I'm making some wild turns over here. I just need to get on the ground at this point. I just need to get on the ground. Mayday, mayday, mayday. I just need to get on the ground.
Expect our nav runway 17 approach into Shoulder Grove, QNH 9729.
Right, so I'm actually using the map. I don't know why I'm struggling with the arrow nav
Twin
approach.
Star Golf Papa Delta. Roger. Maintain altitude 2,500 heading 246. Expect RNAV runway 17 approach into Alder Grove. QNH is incorrect. Please confirm QNH is 9739. Thai Asia 3440, contact departure.
Oh, is that too high?
3440. Goodbye.
Thai Asia 3440, contact departure on 129.6. Good day.
Bonanza, November 64, Foxtrot Alpha 2, hold short of runway 30, traffic on final. Holding short of runway 30, Bonanza, November 64, Foxtrot Alpha 2.
Oh, God.
Twin Star Golf Papa Delta, winds calm. Runway 17 cleared.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf is going missed again. What a stressful day. Now, at this point, I'm breaking all the rules.
Falcon 9, Romeo Golf. Roger, execute missed approach procedures as published. Climb and maintain 10,500. Fly heading 015 to intercept the RNAV approach course at Awega. Report when established.
Oh, shit! So I have to go all the way to Awega. Oh, no, I don't have time. Mayday, mayday, mayday. I don't have enough fuel to go to Omega. I need to turn around the land quickly.
Falcon 9, Romeo Golf, understood. Cancel approach clearance. Fly heading 194 for vectors to final approach course for runway 20. Descend and maintain 6,000. Expect landing clearance once established.
Turning to final course runway 20. Would expect landing clearance when on final. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Yeah, man. I can't go around again. Alright, so just make sure to maintain 6,000. And this airport is 5,900 feet. So let's descend, make our life easier. But that is so bad, so bad. Turbulence alone, it's crazy. Look at that. Hopefully this shortcut doesn't get me into a mountain. So I'm going to join WinApp, and then I think when I join WinApp, I bet you I have to land this time. Ah. Let's go down to 6,000 feet. When I see the airport, it's the weather. The weather has made it very, very difficult for me. And the fact that this airport is in between mountains. So as I can see the airport from a few miles out. Oh, I see it. Oh, this is going to be a moment of joy. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf is established on final RNAV 20.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, wind 191 at 14 runway 20, cleared to land.
Clear to land runway 20 Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Listen, I've suffered. I've struggled. And I'll make it. This is not stable. But we'll make it.
Landing time logged.
Sweat balls.
Skylane 422 Alpha Mike, turn left, heading 280. Maintain 2,000 feet vectors for traffic.
Damn.
2,000 feet, Skylane 422 Alpha Mike. Mustang November 1, Kilo Uniform 59, descend to pattern altitude, report a 2-mile final. Descending to pattern altitude.
I get off this
report a
runway.
2-mile final, Mustang November 1, Kilo Uniform 59. Skylane 422 Alpha Mike, extend downwind spacing for arriving traffic.
Tracking ground is 118.3.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, contact ground.
Ground 118.3. Oh, Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Requesting taxi to park. Sweated. I was supposed to land at 5:30.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf Truckee, ground taxi to parking at your discretion. Have a good day.
Taxiing to parking at my discretion. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf.
Falcon 9 Romeo Golf, roger, taxi to parking at your discretion. Have a good day.
Taxiing to parking. Falcon 9 Romeo Golf. Thank you. Have a good day too. You know how I've suffered. Oh God. What's this car doing here? Ouch. No plane here. Cross. Make a right turn on Alpha. So we're gonna turn everything off and then just turn off our engine.
Engine off, time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by Onair.
Oh Lord, look at where I parked. I have suffered, but I prevailed. Okay, so let me see this how bad I did. It says my landing rate was -263. Landing was regular. Landing speed 75 knots is in the green. My max G was 2.53. Max bank 51 degrees. Crazy. But we made it to Truckee. We'll see you another time for our next flight. It wasn't my fault. The weather was bad and I struggled to do the RNAV approach. But they made it help. So thanks for joining. We'll see you another time.